what's going on, guys? This is the SS Ultimate Goku back with another video. And today I'm going to be doing my Dragon Ball Super Episode 52 English dub review. And today, again, we got Richard Cora Kenobi to do this review with me. How you doing?
I am good, man. I've been waiting so long for this episode, so I'm finally happy it's here, and I'm finally happy we're here to talk about it.
Okay, yeah, and again, this is the dub. So again, we're talking as this is the first time we're hearing it. So
Yeah.
we don't need to talk about any of that Japanese stuff right now. Okay, we're just
Yes.
talking about the dub.
Yes.
Okay, so here we go. No spoilers. So, anyways, here we go. So first and foremost, the episode, it starts off basically at Bulma's Capsule Corporation laboratory, and they're developing, she's fixing up the cell time machine right now with Future Bulma's coordinates and plannings, and she finds out, these coordinates and equations, they basically developing technology that I just recently developed or whatever about this blue stuff that she showed an example of this not too long ago. And so they kind of trying to intertwine this. Future Trunks had mentioned that it took like a whole year to make this, but it takes not that long to make
it takes a whole day to get this fuel. So I mean, it really shows you that present Bulma may not have the knowledge that future Bulma has, but present Bulma does have the resources.
Well, she has the resources, and she had better technology, of course.
Yeah.
That's another thing, too, because, Future Bulma was, they were being attacked by Goku Black always, so they didn't really have that time to get all that stuff.
Yeah, so, we see that she's already got it halfway done. She's got it cleaned up and everything, and all she has to do is just continue. All she has to do, I apologize, is continually work around the clock to make sure it functions. And we also see Pilaf with Bulma's dad fixing the circuit boards, and of course they're just doing Pilaf and things, and we actually get a funny moment, and you brought this up, and even I thought this was funny. Future Trunks, Kit Mai has to help out Bulma, so she gets she's looking for a piece of equipment, and Kid Trunks is looking around. Yeah, Kid Trunks is looking around, and he sees this giant saw, and
but even before that, I should note, when they were actually looking for the item that they were looking for, he kept just randomly passing out, is this it? Is this it? Is this it? He's like, no, this isn't it. You're just picking out random stuff and stuff like that. And so that's what the saw thing where he tries to look like a big shot.
And he even does this weird pose. So he's basically trying to attract Mai by pretending to act like his future counterpart. But of course, Mai brushes him off. And once again, this is just here to show us that Kid Trunks is envious of his future grown-up self.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't he? Because Future Trunks, is kind of a badass, and he's not.
Yeah, exactly. Kid Trunks is going to grow up to be a slacker, so to speak, whereas Future Trunks will always be kind of a badass.
Yeah. So yeah, there was that, and
we also cut to Vegeta training in his gravity chamber, and we see here that he's flashbacking to what Future Trunks has told him, how he killed his wife, and how Future Trunks has been struggling for a whole year. And Vegeta actually says, he's destroyed my family, and he's never going to forgive him. So he's pretty much motivated to take down Black for what he's done to his family.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
future family, I guess. But
yeah, exactly. So then afterwards, the only time we see Goku in this, Goku's saying, "Oh, he's trained angrily again," and Beerus is still waiting for dinner. and they
Yes.
agree. Yeah, and then after that, we
Was
never
the,
see them again until the end of this episode.
but yeah. But then was the next part was I think they got to they were talking about the flashback, or was that
Yeah,
set?
exactly.
No, I'm talking about the flashback, like the actual flashback.
Yeah. Like
We'll talk about.
they're still curious about Goku Black and his energy and the time ring and the Patara earring. So they decide to investigate, and then we cut to Future Trunks, who
Future
is
Trunks.
yeah,
Yeah.
which this is gonna get a little confusing because
Yeah, we're
uh
gonna have to talk about this because this shit was so stupid. But
yeah,
we're gonna talk about
exactly. So yeah, so Future Trunks is taking a nap and he's having nightmares of course, Goku Black. And we even get this image of Goku Black blasting Mai, and he wakes up with his sword out, and
yes.
he's still traumatized, and
Still
he's
traumatized
still
from Goku Black, yes.
yeah, exactly. And he basically goes to help out his mother. Uh, and she's basically telling him everything's coming along good. She's gotten the fuel ready. And basically, they're just having a good mother and son talk. And she tells him to not worry, they can handle it. And she just wants him to rest.
Yep, absolutely. And now was this the part where I believe this wasn't this the part where Future Trunks started they started to show the actual like retelling like of the the special flashback.
No, we're getting to it. We're getting to it. So yeah. Then after that, Future Trunks goes outside where Piccolo and Krillin are complaining, saying,
Oh
"Why
yeah,
the
yeah,
hell?"
yeah. That was Piccolo and Krillin. They were still digging up the holes and stuff like that.
Yeah,
The damage.
which again, Bulma, you can just hire people to go do it for you. Why do you need these two to do it?
I know she's got like all the money, right? So
Exactly. So yeah, but Future Trunks, they both ask, "Is he doing better?" He says yes, and he's curious on where is Gohan. He hasn't seen him, so they're catching him up to speed, telling him that Gohan is in
scholar.
Piccolo. Yes, in Piccolo's words, he's a far cry from the warrior you knew as a boy, and he's now a scholar, and he's pretty much living the scholar life. And Future Trunks is happy to hear this because remember, guys, Future Trunks in Future Trunks' timeline, Gohan's mom still wanted him to become a scholar, but that never happened because he was still a
Yeah.
warrior. So now he is.
Yes.
Yes.
So then they showed the flashback.
Yes, this is where it gets interesting. So
Okay, they showed the special,
yes, this is
and they showed the special. Basically, well, first and foremost, I want to just bring up because I actually did mention this in the my reaction video I did because this was something I was speculating on what they were going to do here. For anyone who doesn't know, um, Future Adult Gohan was actually voiced by Damian Clark, the guy who actually voices Cell. It was
yes.
in the special, which Adult Gohan is voiced by Kyle, regular Adult Gohan. Now here in Dragon Ball Super, they decided to just have Kyle voice Adult Future Gohan here.
Yeah, which did kind of confuse me because didn't they also get Damien to come back to voice adult Future Gohan in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2?
I'm not sure about that actually.
Oh, okay. Well, even
I'd have to look that up.
oh,
I'm
okay.
not sure because I don't recall that. Because
Yeah.
I never now that I think about it, I wasn't paying attention to it. But now
No,
it's
it's all
something
right.
actually I want to know.
Yeah,
Now,
because but yeah, so hearing Kyle as future adult Gohan, it took some. It was okay, I mean, I got used to it, but it did make me kind of miss Damien
yeah.
because I grew up with his future Gohan voice, and it just sounded so different from Kyle. So to hear
Well,
Kyle's
yeah,
voice
because
coming,
I guess what they were doing back then was they wanted adult future Gohan to sound different from present day adult Gohan because
yeah, which is what I liked,
of
and no,
style
and
change.
Yeah, and Kyle doesn't. Kyle, and again, I don't want people to think we're nitpicking. We love Kyle, and we were happy.
Oh yeah, Kyle's awesome, but
Yeah, exactly. But to us, it just would have been like, why couldn't have Funimation just got Damien? Like they easily could have
maybe
just
he.
got.
Well, that's the thing. Maybe he might have been. I don't know if he might have been on. But if he did do Xenoverse 2, I don't know if he did a Xenoverse. But if he did, it could have been primarily due to the fact that they already had him for Cell.
That's true.
But I'm not sure if he did. I'm not because now I gotta look it up. Now I gotta look it up.
Yeah, but either way, this is fine. And then also too, this is where.
Okay, yeah, let's get back to
this.
Let's get back to this.
So Trunks
this was basically the special. This was basically the special. Well, they're basically showing the scene or similar scene to the original Dragon Ball Trunks special from years ago. But the thing is, it's not the same. It's not the same animation at all because you have Future Trunks with blue hair like he is now in Super rather than the original animation where he clearly has the purple hair that he had in Dragon Ball Z.
Yes, so this is where the blue hair...
This is officially a retcon.
Yes, they officially retconned the fact that he ever had purple hair. So I was a little... The first time I saw this in the original Japanese dub 2 years ago, it did kind of irk me a little because, okay, I understand Dragon Ball has so many inconsistencies. It's crazy, but this to me felt like the inconsistency I wasn't happy with because...
It's lame.
Yes, exactly. I mean, Trunks was literally born as a baby with purple hair, so...
Well, yeah, even Kid Trunks has purple hair, so how are you going to say, well, how is Future Trunks got blue hair, and, like, the regular Trunks right now has purple hair, so, like, what? Is they, well, their hair changed. Their hair changed somehow in the future. Like,
yeah, exactly. So it just doesn't... To me, it still kind of irks me a little. I mean, I love blue hair Future Trunks, but saying that he was born with blue hair, it's a big fallacy. And still to this day, I don't understand why they decided to do that. But at this point, who cares? Like, all we can do is just nitpick it to death. So, yeah, it's like SS Ultimate Goku said. This is literally the same thing. Same scene.
Yeah, it's animated basically the same way it was in the special. But it's new animation because it's you know blue hair.
Yeah, and we of course we don't even see the androids in this. It would have been cool if we actually got to see the androids, but you know, whatever. So of course we get to the famous scene where Kid Trunks sees Gohan is dead,
and Future Gohan like hits him in the neck or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. And of course he wakes up and it's raining and he's dead and Kid Trunks is screaming, and this is the famous scene where he turns Super Saiyan. And it is good because this is still Eric doing the young voice of Kid Future Trunks, so it's literally mostly the same.
Well, isn't this kid one though? Isn't this Kid Trunks though like a little older than the one?
Yeah. So this is teenage Future Trunks.
So
So basically, then afterwards, they understand and basically this whole scene, and I know a lot of people are going to be wondering why was this brought up and why did they even make new animation? Because this was meant
because they wanted to retcon the damn hair.
Well, no, that they just wanted to show us and remind us of Future Trunks' past, and remember,
also we have to note too, because the one thing that was good about this, besides the fact, well, they made his hair blue, was that they decided to go and stick with the anime direction, which is what the special was. Because if you remember, like the original manga, the Trunks origins or Future Trunks' origins. He actually already had Super Saiyan in the manga before Gohan
because
in the anime they made it where when Gohan died he became the Super Saiyan then.
Yeah, exactly, and it's also to catch Piccolo, because remember Piccolo and Krillin didn't hear or don't even know that Future Gohan is the one who trained Future Trunks, so this is sort of to catch them up. So they pretty much tell him where future Gohan is, and they even tell him he'd be glad to see you. So yeah, go see him. And Piccolo says, I believe he's at a conference today. So Future Trunks flies over to, I guess, Satan City because he goes over to Satan City, and he also has PTSD. Like he as he's flying over and seeing Satan City, in the future, Satan City is destroyed. But also, too, in the future, it's not called Satan City because Mr. Satan was dead. So...
Well, yeah, he never became no hero.
Yeah, exactly. So then afterwards, Future Trunks is just waiting for Gohan to get out, and I just like on how everyone just walks by and looks at him because, yeah, if I saw a blue-haired stranger with a sword just standing there, I would just like, okay, that's cool. So, of course, Gohan...
Go and be like, hey, Future Trunks! Like,
yeah, exactly.
How you doing?
Yeah, so...
and I'm thinking to myself, Gohan was so naive here. Like, he didn't... Like, we can address it soon. Like, he doesn't address anything. He's like, why are you here? Like, nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, so they finally meet, and they go to... get some ice cream, which this is an awesome scene. Like, just seeing these two interact.
Yeah, he assumed what flavor he liked too.
Yes, I know.
He's vanilla, and like he had the chocolate. He's like, oh, I didn't even know if you like chocolate or not. He was like, and he's like, are you sure you want the still? And he's like
yeah, no, chocolate's fine.
It's like, no, chocolate's fine. I can do chocolate.
Yeah, so they're eating the ice cream, and what's also another dub change here is that here Gohan. In the English dub, he says he knows he shouldn't eat ice cream because of his waistline. But in the Japanese dub, he actually says he comes here after work, after his conferences, to get ice cream. And the ice cream shop people are actually real friendly to him. So that's another dub change for the Funimation dub, which I thought was just like weird because...
I don't think it was that bad of it.
No, but it's just weird. It's just like, okay, so yeah, so but throughout all of this,
I guess they wanted to make the ice cream line seem more like, in terms of weight loss or something.
Yeah, it's weird, but yeah, so throughout all of this, Future Trunks is just saying, this is Gohan. There's no energy. And he has no fighting spirit in him. How could this be the same person I knew who defeated Cell? So throughout all of this, he invites him back to meet his family. So he takes him to go meet his family, and he meets Mr. Satan and Videl. Now also...
A.K.A. Hercule.
Yes, and Videl's never met Future Trunks. And so when she sees him, she's informed that this is a future version of Future Trunks, who came back in the time machine. And of course, Trunks meets Hercule, and he even says, which also, I'm so surprised Hercule doesn't even recognize him, because Hercule assumes he's famous in the future when Hercule actually met Future Trunks. Well, he didn't meet him, he saw him whenever
he saw him at the Cell Saga.
Yeah, exactly. So the fact that he didn't even say, oh, now I remember you now, it's just like, what the hell, Mr. Satan? So
I mean, he should technically have known him already. I mean, he didn't know he was from the future at the time, but he should have known, like, what he looked like.
Yeah, exactly. So he's just assuming he's popular in the future, and then he meets Videl, and of course she does.
I was be like, no, Hercule, you ain't freaking popular in the freaking future. You're dead in the future.
yeah, he is. So Pan squirts milk in Trunks' face, and she starts flying, and this is the funniest.
She can fly at like 2 or whatever.
Yeah, this is the funniest scene in this episode. So, Videl's not coming down, so Gohan transforms into the Great Saiyan Man, and all throughout this, Future Trunks has the most amazing surprised look I've ever seen. Like, he's so confused, because guys, remember, he didn't know Gohan became a superhero, so to see his reaction to the Great Saiyan Man, it's funny as hell.
Becoming a stereotype superhero like Great Saiyan Man is just...
it was. It got a huge laugh out of me. So then afterwards, Videl and Gohan are begging Future Trunks to stay for dinner,
Yes.
and he eventually says yes.
And
So
then he basically had to watch. Well, first Hercule's like watching with them within the TV or whatever. And then Hercule
yeah,
leaves the room, and then he's got to watch the baby, and
yeah,
he's just like staring at him. And next thing you
yeah.
know, like the whole room is basically
Yeah, like
like,
Gohan comes back and everything is destroyed, and
TV's gone. Like, oh my
and
god.
and Pan even tries to pull Future Trunks' sword out, and I'm just thinking, what in the hell, Pan? Okay, it's one thing you can destroy your parents' living room because they're rich; they can get a new living room. But the fact that she tried to pull his sword out, it's just like, wow, the Pan is dangerous. She is freaky dangerous. So, yeah, they're trying to discipline her, and then we get this scene where they're outside, and Pan's playing, and they're both sitting on the swings and they're just talking. And Gohan says he knows he should be more strict with her, but he gets all soft whenever he sees her.
Yes,
Yes,
Gohan can't be soft sometimes.
yeah.
What?
So
Yeah, I don't think Gohan's learned his lesson still from
no,
like
no, he
Frieza.
hasn't. No, he hasn't. So then basically we see that Trunks is just again thinking and monologuing to himself that he's pretty much just shocked that Gohan can have this life, and he's a different version of the Gohan he grew up with, because remember, once again, future Gohan could have had this, but he had to become a warrior and a mentor to Trunks. So this Gohan, the present Gohan, became something that he never could. So it was nice. And we also get this touchy scene where, for me, it's quite interesting, and it makes Future Trunks ask the question. We see this vision, like what would have happened if Black never showed up, and after he defeated
Yeah,
Deborah. So basically,
yeah.
after
They showed Mai and Future Trunks like sitting, well,
yeah,
and Bulma sitting like in like a
yeah,
seat, I guess, dinner tables.
they're having dinner, they're having fun, and it's really just there to show you that Future Trunks, if none of this would have happened, he could have had something similar to Gohan. Like he could
Eh,
have.
I'm still on the fence on that.
I know, but
I don't think he would have because they're always filling on him to fight,
I
because the
know, yeah,
Angelo Cell
and
Saga or not his
exactly.
cell.
Yeah, and it's meant to be ironic because Future Trunks wants to have this life, but he's always he's meant to suffer. He's just
I wouldn't say he's
meant to.
meant to suffer. It's just that he's meant to always fight
Yeah,
because he's
well,
the only thing left. Like
exactly.
essentially,
Yeah. So
everyone's dead.
yeah, so he's pretty much always meant to not settle down. Like that's the ultimate thing here. And I do like that they address that because see, that's the whole purpose of this episode. I know everyone's just going to look at this as pointless filler, but no, there is a meaning to this episode. But then afterwards, they both go in, they have dinner off screen, and then afterwards, Trunks is just thanking them, and Mr. Satan even says, next time you come back, I'll give you some lessons. And Future Trunks even says, I think I'm good.
Yeah,
So,
Hercule just needs to shut up.
yeah, so then he leaves, and then Videl asks him, by the way, did you get to ask him why he came back? And of course Gohan
Yeah,
forgot.
no, that never passed his mind. Videl just remembers after they leave. Like, oh, why did
Yeah,
he come here? Back in
yeah, which
time.
also kind of pisses me off because Gohan could easily just fly up and ask him, or he can just shout, "Hey, wait a minute, why did you come back?"
But no,
So
he doesn't do anything.
yeah, so then afterwards we see Future Trunks. He's calm. His so pretty much he has a new motivation because after spending time with Gohan and his family, he's now more calm, he's relaxed, and he has this motivation. And I want everyone to remember, and I want you to SS Ultimate Goku and everyone else, I want you to remember this moment, like this particular moment. He says he's going to defeat Black and restore peace and love and make his future like this one, like the present one, and he's going to make sure it comes to fruition. So I just want everyone to remember that because this does play a part in the end of this. So
Yeah.
yeah, then afterwards we see everyone's having dinner, and thank God both Piccolo and Krillin get something to eat because they worked hard. Damn it, they need food.
Yeah, they need some food, man. They need some.
Yeah, yeah, and then of course we see Kid Trunks is once again trying to flirt with Mai, and then Future Trunks comes out and he's dressed in the new
The new clothes that
clothes.
Bulma actually had offered him earlier.
Yeah, exactly. So everyone's looking at him and they're happy to see he's calm, he's relaxed, and everything's good. And but then Future Trunks wants to know where's Goku and Beerus and Whis, and they tell him that they're off to the 10th universe.
What was it?
Because
What'd you say?
the 10th universe.
Oh, the 10th universe. Wait, they said that. I must have missed that.
Yeah, so they
But they
go to
were
the
off to. I don't remember now.
yeah,
Damn it.
it's okay. So yeah, they go
So
to the
now they're going to the 10th universe.
yes, they're going to the 10th universe because Beerus and Whis may have they think they have figured out why Black's energy or aura seems so familiar. So Goku tagged along so they could
Yeah, I
go
remember that
investigate.
part. They were tagging along, and actually Goku almost falls off. You know, when
Yes,
he's hanging out with Beerus, and
exactly.
Beerus is all pissed off about it.
Yeah,
After that.
which even I gotta say, oh my god, Goku, you need to contain your excitement.
Yeah, but Goku, he's the hope of the universe, so
Yeah,
sometimes he'll make
so
mistakes like that.
yeah, so that's where the episode ends. It ends with
well,
them.
well, actually, no, they do show a
Oh
new
wait, yes, yes,
character.
yes.
They do show. He doesn't say anything, but they do show a new character for a brief.
Yes,
Who was in the intro for a little bit too.
yes. This character, this Kaioshin, is named Zamasu, and he does play a big part in this arc.
Well, I
And
mean, he's in the intro, so I'm assuming he does.
yeah, and I love this scene because this is also where we get some other. Because throughout this whole arc, we get new music, and this is another good track. Like, it's so calm and it's
Yeah.
so calculated and sinister. I like it. Like, it's almost trying to, like, tell us.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah,
We'll see. I mean,
so-
some of this music has been pretty crappy, but I mean, there's been some okay tunes.
Yeah, well, this is.
I mean,
this is
nothing's
the arc.
gonna top.
Yeah,
nothing's gonna really top Bruce Faulconer's music.
Yeah, no, but trust me, this arc gives us some great music that puts the other arcs to shame. So it was very good, and that's where it officially ends. So yeah, that was episode 52, and all I gotta say is like, I love this episode, and I'm so happy with how the dub handled it.
Yeah. Now, Toonami, after this episode aired, obviously they released the previews episodes, and they kind of showed a couple of voice clips of the new character that's introduced.
Yes.
In here, and I just want to briefly talk about that because
sure.
they're normally I wouldn't, but since this is a new character and they already introduced some of the clips anyways of what he says, I wanted to see because his voice. There are because I was like looking up to see who was doing this, and there is some unconfirmed reports that are out there on who this is, and we'll officially kind of get an idea when we see the credits for for episode 53. But I'm thinking what I've heard is that it could possibly be is that how you say his last name? Masters or something?
Yeah.
Something like that. He was the Piccolo in the Dragon Ball Evolution failed crap movie.
Oh yeah, James Masters.
Yeah, that's what it is. Okay.
Yeah,
yes.
he was also.
There's rumors going around that he is this guy, but he's he's not a normal voice actor. He's just usually a regular actor. And that they're saying that this could be him, and that he's doing it kind of as like an alias type deal. I don't know if you know, if we know that for sure or not. Or
yeah.
Do you have any insight on that?
Yeah, I'm trying to find I'm trying to find because I know because in the preview we actually get to hear the English debuts of Zamasu, the character we saw, and we actually get to see the other debut of Zamasu's master, the Orange Kai, and his name is Gowasu. Yeah, so I'm trying to look at who voices them, because I think also too Toonami did announce on their Twitter page who is voicing these two. But to kind of quickly give my thoughts,
because when I went on the before or behind the voice actors, there were a lot of people in the chat debating who it was.
yeah, and they did.
That was the one thing that came out was this Masters guy.
Yeah, James Masters. He's also the voice of. I'm sorry, not the voice. He also played. I can't remember. I can't remember.
He doesn't really do voiceovers. That's the thing. Like, he's really just a regular actor, which is why he would have to use an alias because he's like part of like I imagine he's part of the Union Guilds.
Yeah. So he James Masters is mostly famous for, as you said, playing Piccolo in the live action Dragonball Evolution.
He's famous for playing the live action Piccolo in the wrong ways. So
yeah, but he was also in this show, one of my favorite shows, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So yeah, I unfortunately. I'm pretty sure we'll have it somewhere. Someone will even tell us in the comments. But yeah, so to quickly talk about,
like I mean, like I'm saying, like we'll find out like in the credits for the next episode who it is. But like if there's like a weird name that no one recognizes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So it is James Masters. Yeah. So it is James Masters who will be playing the English dub of Zamasu, and he is.
Oh, you found out?
Yeah. He is. He's playing him.
Oh, he is? So would they be? So they'd be using an alias then, I would assume, for the credits then.
I assume so, yeah, because like I said, he's mostly famous for also playing Piccolo, but he's also famous for playing Spike in Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So that's interesting. I did not know it was him, and I can't. And the other actor who will be playing Gowasu is named Garnet or Gret Schrick. I cannot pronounce his last name, so please forgive me. And he's been in a lot of anime and movies as well. So this is going to be interesting. So yeah, to quickly give my thoughts without dragging on. Here now, James Masters playing Zamasu. I think that's an interesting choice because Zamasu throughout this whole arc, and when you do find out, everyone has always agreed that if the English dub actor if he was going to have an English dub voice, they would prefer it to be sort of a British voice, and you'll see why. But just what I heard of him in the preview, he sounds pretty good as Zamasu, and I really like him.
Does he, I mean, I wouldn't say his voice is a British type voice, but I think it's okay.
Well, James Masters does do an amazing British accent.
Okay.
So yeah,
But I just didn't think it really sounded like a British. But I mean, maybe he develops it later on. I don't know.
Yeah, well,
because we're all going in this blind, obviously.
Yeah, because he did play, as I said, he played Spike in Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and his character had a British accent. So he's probably using his Spike voice for Zamasu, but you can tell he's not fully turning into that character. So he does sound good as Zamasu, and I can't wait to hear more of him in the episode this Saturday. And as for Grant as Gowasu, it sounds okay. He does sound okay. Although to me it sounds, I don't know. It doesn't sound fully the way I was imagining it, but it's not bad. So they sound good, and we even see in the preview Goku wants to fight Zamasu, and we also see. Yeah. So that's going to be interesting, but yeah, I like it. I just have to wait to see how they sound.
Yeah, this is basically a way to see. This is just basically a preview of what's going to happen, but yeah, that was the review, pretty much, and just our thoughts on a couple of the new characters too, as a bonus. But yeah, let me know what you guys all think.
Yeah, well, real quickly, what did you think of? Like I said, so what did you really think of this episode before we close out?
I thought it was a good episode. I thought it was okay. It did what it needed to do. It did what it
Yeah.
needed to do to get the plot along and get Trunks' perspective, and and a cool, good interaction with Trunks being jealous. I think with Adult Gohan, the whole thing with Adult Gohan, I think was kind of iffy, because it was just kind of like so many things Gohan could have asked Future Trunks and never didn't do it, and
Yeah,
that's the only
and
thing I didn't like, and
yeah, and
that's
I
about
mean,
it, really.
if you're a
But
Gohan
overall,
fan,
overall, the episode was still good.
yeah, and if you're a Gohan fan, you're gonna have to stomach this episode, because yeah, Gohan's just here. He's just here to remind future Trunks and give him a new motivation and perspective on life. So yeah, so that's really the only reason. But this episode still is a good one. Like, this is one of my favorites, hands down, of this arc. And Kaio and Eric did
It
an
wouldn't be
amazing
my
job.
it wouldn't be my favorite, but it's still a good episode.
Yeah, yeah. So it was good. It was very good, and I'm glad the dub handled it well. So yeah, it's like
But
SS Ultimate Goku
but
said.
yeah, it was good, and like I said, we'll put all the things in the description box. You can also go check out Richard Core Konomi's channel. I'll put the link in the description box for that as well. Everything in the description box for groups and the community groups, as well as the where you can watch it officially, because we have to
Yes,
support the official release.
yes, we do. No
Um,
pirating.
yes, absolutely. So yeah, give us a like if you like this review.
Mm-hmm.
Comment, rate. If you like these
Yeah.
cinematic news, please subscribe. And that's
Yes.
about it, guys. I am the SS Ultimate Goku. Out of here. Peace.
Later, everyone.